Is your retirement plan worth the paper that it's printed on? Whenever someone comes into our office, the first step in the On-the-Money retirement blueprint process is to really take a look at their strategy. We want to know specifically, how are they doing in 5 key areas? Number 1, retirement planning. Number 2, investment planning. Number 3, tax planning. Number 4, healthcare planning. Number 5, estate and legacy planning. Now, whether they have a written plan prior to their visit or not, their actions up until this point do in fact reflect a plan. It may not be a deliberate plan, but it is a plan. Now, the bad news about retirement is that all too often, people believe that retirement planning is only about how much money someone has. But after doing this for about 22 years, I can tell you that could actually probably be the most insignificant part of the overall strategy. Look at your current net worth as merely the starting point. What's more important are the steps that you have to help protect that net worth. Growth is always attractive. It's exciting. It's what people talk about at the cocktail parties. But safeguarding becomes more important since retirement is no longer just 10 years long anymore. Retirement is like 20 to 30 years of unemployment. And right now, that's the fact that a lot of people lose sight of. Market volatility, rightfully, it concerns many people. But as financial planners, we know other hazards are out there that can pose an even greater threat. And too often, plans that we see don't even address those things. What kind of threats maybe are we talking about? Well, here are 5 quick ones. Number 1, inflation. I once met a woman who boasted that she had 30 bank CDs. And her reason for not owning 100 is she had run out of banks to go to. The way that she had looked at it was that her money was safe. And that was true. CDs are extremely low risk. And when it comes to seeing your account value drop, you don't see your account value drop in CDs, but that doesn't make them risk-free. Much to the contrary. After inflation and taxes, CD investors can find themselves really having lost money. We call this going broke safely. So my question to you is, what inflation controls do your savings have in place? Second thing, number 2, taxes. What you earn on your money is usually not tax-free. So while you may jump for joy at your high returns, remember, the IRS gets a cut. And that percentage could very well rise in the future. How else do you think our government is going to pay for the baby boomer generation as they continue to retire? If taxes rise, the tax you pay on your IRA withdrawals may rise as well. And taxes are worse than a market downturn. Why do I say that? Well, because once you spend money out of your IRA or 401k or 403b, and you pay your taxes due to the government, those taxes, that money is no longer with you. And it can no longer grow back in your account. That money has exited your account. That money is in the government's account, adding to their balance sheet, not to yours. So my question is, what steps are you taking to minimize taxes during retirement? Number 3, investment strategy. Is your investment strategy using speculative practices? Do you know? How much could you lose in a market crash? Do you know? How would your retirement income change if the market dropped 50%? Do you have any principal protected money? Are you using any alternative strategies to enhance your plan? Are you diversified or are you redundant? These are the questions that we ask when we see plans, and these should be the questions that you're asking as well. Number 4, healthcare. There's a myth believed by too many that Medicare covers the cost of nursing care. It doesn't. That's on you. And with a 50% or better chance of needing it in your lifetime, that's a real threat. Can you afford it? How will it impact your spouse? And what about those other medical costs that original Medicare doesn't cover. Are you ready for those expenses? And number 5, estate planning, legacy planning. When was the last time you reviewed your estate plan? Were your kids still kids? Have you updated those beneficiaries? Have you made sure you have those legal documents in place, like a will or power of attorney or maybe even a trust? You know, are you positive that your money is going to pass as easily and effortlessly to the next generation as possible? Or is Uncle Sam your number one beneficiary of your money? And this is what you have to check out to make sure that your retirement plan is worth the paper that it's printed on. So if your plan isn't currently addressing or doesn't address each of these 5 issues that I talked about, then it's not a plan. It's just words on paper. And you have a window of opportunity to make changes. And there's never been a better time than right now to get on track. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions after this, or if you need help getting back on track, maybe we can help you there too. Take care now. Bye.